And lastly, Michelle Obama is a man. Am I right, America?
And Joe Rogan is sitting there laughing. Oh, this is so fun. This is America. This is what the MAGA party is. It is white trash, mediocre white men with micro penises. And at the ringside, who do you have? Dana White, who's literally hit his wife in Mexico, smacked her in the face. What a real piece of shit he is. Sitting next to Donald Trump, who's a rapist and defending child molesters. This is what MAGA is. It means you don't have to have morality. Who cares? And this same white supremacist fighter the night before, in front of the Lincoln Memorial, at the weigh-in, wearing his underwear, is drunk and throwing up on himself. I'm not kidding. This whole thing is just, it's repugnant. And just thinking about it, like, I voted for John McCain some years ago. He was a decent person. I respected him. But this is what the Republican Party has become. White supremacy, misogyny, a bunch of mediocre white men with micro penises that go around and smell their jock straps. Joe Rogan saw January 6th and knew that he raped women, and he didn't care. Dana White didn't care. 77 million Americans didn't care. This is what it is. These people are not human beings anymore. They're just animals. Everything's funny. Everything's a joke. Ha ha ha. I don't know how you're supposed to find common ground with shitty human beings. I believe that most people are inherently good. MAGA are not good people. They're not. Stop it. Stop this kumbaya. We're going to come together. No. No, you're not. No, we're not. They're fucking horrible people. And I'm not even a Democrat. But you guys went to the voting booth and voted for a convicted felon, a rapist, a man that sexually assaulted 24 other women, who defends child molesters, cheats on his wife with a porn star while she's nursing their 2-week-old son. This guy is posting videos of Michelle Obama and Barack Obama as fucking monkeys. He's taken away the history of slavery. He caused an insurrection, told you to inject bleach and shove a light up your ass to fight COVID. He said he has concepts of a plan for a healthcare plan. He stole from fucking cancer charities. And you're like, I don't know, this is really hard. Oh, I guess I'm going to have to vote for Trump because he's the lesser of two evils. He's a great businessman. The guy with 6 bankruptcies, 3 failed marriages, who added $8.2 million to the debt, who still hasn't given you his health care plan, it's because he's white. That's what this is, y'all. It's it. And LBJ said it best, and I'll paraphrase, this country will vote for the most morally bankrupt piece of shit, pedophile, child molesting white man who causes an insurrection and rapes women over the most qualified black woman. And that is the real problem with this country. Trump did not run on the economy. They're poisoning the blood of America. They're raping women and children. They're eating the dogs and cats. Puerto Rico's a shithole country. He ran on white supremacy, and you guys said, yep. Blame the brown people coming from Mexico. That's what you did. You voted for a convicted felon and a rapist who's a white man. Somehow that was okay. But an undocumented brown person coming from Mexico, that's a bridge too far. January 6th, when white people beat officers to death almost, right? They're patriots. They're victims. Give them money. Pardon them, white man. But if a black man takes a knee during a football game, he's a son of a bitch. If a black man wears a tan suit, he's a son of a bitch. This is what MAGA is. It's white trash. 2 years ago, I was delivering beds for homeless people, talking to a MAGA. And I said, how do you call yourself a Christian when you voted for a man that rapes women? You know what he said? Yeah, that was wrong. I don't agree with that at all. But he gave me the Supreme Court justices that I wanted. A couple weeks ago, I talked to another MAGA. How do you justify voting for a rapist? Well, he was better for the economy. I want you to just let that sink in, because what we've done as a society is normalized the cruelty, the misogyny, the white supremacy, all of it. Every day, you move farther from the evil of Donald Trump and his white trash base. You can never let that go. And that's what this country's doing. You're normalizing it. You're focusing on all the new stupidity, which you should. He's a piece of shit. Judgment Day, he's going to stand before God, and everything that he did, every lie, every piece of cruelty, every woman that he raped, every woman that he assaulted, every child that he molested on Epstein Island, and God's going to send his stupid ass down to hell. There's going to be no white trash base, no money, no lawyers, no Make America White Again. His white base will not be there. And every single Trump supporter, you can wave your crosses all you want. But every single one of you that's okay with this, you're nothing more than a modern day Pharisee. You serve an antichrist, an earthly king. You vote for money. Money, money, money. The root of all evil. Money. Because that's all you care about. You preach about Jesus, and this white supremacist, in the beginning of his speech, I want to thank my Lord and Savior Jesus Christ. And in the next breath, he's talking about jizzing on his opponent's wife, and that Barack Obama's a man. That is white Christian nationalism. It has nothing to do with God or faith. It is religion. It is the white man doing whatever he wants and gets away with it. And that's very American, because that's exactly what America's done since 1619. While black people were hanging from fucking trees, white people didn't do a damn thing. And that's exactly what you're seeing in the White House. White people just doing whatever they want. They're burning this country to the ground. The entire Republican Party. And you could argue the Democratic Party through their silence. And you're just letting them do it. Tear down the East Wing of the White House, having a UFC fight, doing sponsors, Trump's selling $12,000 coins, Trump RX, Trump phones, murdered 170 girls in Iran, literally bankrupting farmers and shrimp people and barbecue people. We're like, oh, wow, oh, he's so funny. He's entertaining. Oh, I just couldn't vote for the black woman. Then maybe that's what this country needs. Because it seems like white people like myself in a majority, you're not willing to be uncomfortable and piss off your friends and family and be uncomfortable and actually stand up for people. And I appreciate everyone's comments. Hey, Paul, you got to calm down. I get it. My wife tells me the same thing. But you know what? I'm pissed off. I'm angry. Because what if my mom was E. Jean Carroll? What if my daughter was raped on Epstein Island, molested? Now ask yourself that question. Would you have voted for Donald Trump if that was the case? Not a chance in hell. Then why in the hell aren't you as mad as me? Why aren't you as angry? Just because it happened to somebody else, that's okay? Is that the kind of country you want to live in? Where you only care about something that directly affects you? Because I don't. And that's why we're here. Because too many people are sitting in their privilege and you're not pissed off because the darkness hasn't affected you. First, they came for the immigrants, but I wasn't an immigrant, so I didn't say anything. Then they came for the 10 transgender athletes in college sports, but I wasn't transgender, so I didn't say anything. Then they came for the Somalians. They're eating the dogs and cats, but I wasn't Somalian, so I didn't say anything. Then they came for the Latinos, but I wasn't Latino, so I didn't say anything. Then they came for gay marriage, but I wasn't gay, so I didn't say anything. And then they came for me. And I thought my white privilege would keep me safe. And there was nobody left to fight for me. It's your call, America. You can let this burn to the ground, because that's what's happening. Or you can get off your asses and give a shit like I do and talk to your friends and family. Post publicly about it and do something. With great power comes great responsibility. Whether you like it or not, you have privilege. And too many of you are sitting in your lazy asses bitching about, oh, I can't do anything because I need money. You think black people have the luxury of saying that shit? While they're getting pulled over at night by white cops just because they're black? Called the N-word? Discriminated against? Off-duty cops right now are being pulled over because they're not white. Off-duty police officers, just because they don't think they're citizens. But I'm sorry, you're poor. You have it really tough. That's fucking white privilege, and you're responsible for what's going on. Evil succeeds when white people do nothing. We will not remember the words of our enemies, rather the silence of white people. Have a white day.